Welcome back, everyone, to One Ear Whiskey Presents The Story Behind the Bottle. Today, we're stepping outside of Kentucky for something special. We're pouring the 13th Colony Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished with Maplewood Spirals out of Americus, Georgia. 113 proof, craft-made, and one of the most unique finishing processes I've come across. Let's get into it. 13th Colony Distillery is based in Americus, Georgia, named after Georgia's designation as the 13th and final of the original American colonies. Founded in 2012, they set out to build a serious craft distillery in the heart of the South, focused on small batch production with a commitment to doing things the right way, proper grain sourcing, traditional fermentation, and a patience in the aging process. Georgia doesn't have the 200-year bourbon heritage of Kentucky, but that's part of what makes 13th Colony interesting. They're not trying to be Kentucky. They're bringing Southern character and a genuine craft ambition to a category that's always rewarded those willing to put in the work. And with this release, they've done exactly that. Alright, so what are we working with? The mash bill is 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. That's a high rye recipe. 21% rye is going to give this bourbon a serious spice backbone, which makes the Maplewood finish even more interesting. You've got that bold, peppery rye character going head-to-head with the sweetness of the maple. That tension is what makes this one worth talking about. It's aged 5 to 6 years and then finished with Maplewood Spirals, coiled pieces of maplewood placed directly into the aging barrels, allowing the whiskey to extract the natural sugars and softer woody character of the maple without the heavy tannin load you'd get from an additional full barrel finish. It's a precise, deliberate technique. Bottled at a robust 113 proof, this is not a casual sipper, and at an MSRP of $62.99, if you find this one on the shelf, you pick it up. No hesitation. Alright, let's see what Georgia and Maplewood produced. On the nose, this one is complex right out of the gate. Light caramel color and, of all things, fresh marshmallows. I know that sounds unexpected at 113 proof, but it's there. Soft, sweet, but inviting. The maple influence is already doing its work. The color is a rich, deep amber, full and warm in the glass. Looks every bit of its age and proof. First sip, that high rye mash bill announces itself immediately. But then the maple finish sweeps in and takes over. Sweet maple, clover, and honey, and it's like the rye and maple are having a conversation in real time. Then right in the middle of all that sweetness, peppercorn shows up and reminds you that you're drinking something serious. The 113 proof carries it all with real authority. And the finish. This is the part that got me. It closes with a malted milk ball character, that chocolate and malt sweetness that lingers long after the sip. It's one of the more memorable finishes I've had on a craft bourbon. Unique, satisfying, keeps you coming back. 13th Colony Straight Bourbon finished with Maplewood Spirals, a high-rye Georgia craft bourbon with one of the most creative and well-executed finishing processes in the category. At $62.99, this is an absolute buy if you find it on the shelf. Follow One Ear Whiskey for more history behind the bottle, because here, the pour tells the story.